What's going on, ladies and gents? Gronks of all ages. This is episode 13 of the GRONKCAST, a number that is unlucky for some, lucky for others, but for me at least, it is the length of my Glenn Jacobs. If you take my 2.1 incher and times it by 6. Anyway, of course, we've got me, BT Savage, we've got Tom Pupper, and the return of MAXHITMATT. How are you all doing, lads?
Well, first things first, I did not have a case of diarrhea. I had a case of the Jesse Venturas. I know they're very similar, but it was more the fact that I was exposed to him for too long, and that's why I couldn't make it last week.
Oh, brother. Oh, sorry to hear it.
You say tomato, we say tomato. You say Ventura, we say drizzling shits. So whatever you think is best, by all means, my friend.
It goes hand in hand.
True.
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm back. We're back. Ready to do some Gronkcast tings.
Well, yeah.
It's always fun to Gronk it up with you boys. What are we Gronk or talking about this week?
Well, it was my pick, and what we are going to do for today's Gronkcast is the October 2nd, 2003 episode of Smackdown. The first Smackdown in the Gronkcast history that we're doing here, and I'm excited to talk about this one, boys. I think this was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty solid. I wouldn't say it was the drizzling shits, you know what I mean?
Well, there are some drizzling shits later on in the show, but we'll get to that for sure.
But yeah, no, look, just want to quickly say you guys fucking killed it last week, so good work. And here we are this week doing some Smackdown. I feel like it's very 2003 Smackdown. You know, just the flow of it and everything. It's very Smackdown.
I mean, it is 2003 Smackdown, brother.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean? It's got that feel of like, this is the way Smackdown runs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
for sure. Like, just watching the show, you're like, all right, this is like early 2000s, 2002, 2003. This is just how Smackdown was every single week. Like, even without knowing the date, you knew about when it was, for sure.
100%. But yeah, Smackdown opens, obviously. So we're doing the 2nd of October, 2003. This would have been taped on, I think it's the 29th of September. If you do look through like Cage Match, that's what it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
And the show opens with one of the best openings around, man. Lesnar, Angle, Rock, Cena, Big Show, Ray, Rhino, Eddie. I want it all. What do you guys think of this one?
Oh, dude, this intro is awesome. Like, it goes a lot harder than it should. Like, it's so good. Other than the original SmackDown theme, this is my favorite.
Yeah, I like to Rise Up too.
This theme, I think, is very underrated in terms of like, okay, this is sort of like a rap song, right? And it's the first they've you would classify this as rap, right?
Yeah, like an alternative rap, yeah.
And obviously with the WWE themes like before then, it's more heavy metal rock music. So like this is their first take of like a rock song getting into one of their themes for the show. And obviously later on throughout the years, it would be more rap centric for show themes. This one's very cool and it definitely brings a different vibe, and I do like it a lot.
I also should mention I did like the Marilyn Manson, the Beautiful People theme as well. I thought that one was great too.
That's fucking good.
Yeah. So when I think about it, like I guess everyone talks about the Raw intros and everything. But honestly, SmackDown have had some really good ones as well.
Oh, the ones from like 2006.
But yeah, man, I always love talking about the intros because I mean we found out that BT loved the Nickelback intro, which broke my heart.
Oh, brother. I feel like you should have already known that by now.
But it's always good to get our takes on it. So yeah, I was keen to see that. But yeah, of course, this is obviously SmackDown. So we have the fist, dude. That's so iconic. Like there will never be another entrance like the fist.
Oh, that is an iconic stage, right? When you say SmackDown, I feel like most people, the first thing that will come to the mind is the fist.
No, I 100% agree, dude. When I think SmackDown, I think Fist every single time. SmackDown Fist is one of my favorite arenas in general, not just SmackDowns, but in all of wrestling.
But yeah, this is our first ever SmackDown show, and they're in Milwaukee tonight. Taz and Michael Cole on commentary, and they kick it off by announcing Angle and Taker will take on Lesnar and Cena. And already I was like, let's go, BT. Let's go.
Hey, I told you it'd be a banger main event.
Uncommon BTW, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
uncommon. Fuck off.
Uncommon in GRONKCAST history. How about that?
Oh, get fucked, you drunk.
I mean, you made us sit through what XPW, OVW.
Yeah, blessed.
I'm,
I feel blessed.
I am
Right.
so blessed.
You got to see a wall of dicks because of BT. You should be very blessed.
Rob Extra Tan, brother.
Mm-hmm.
But look, yeah, they kick it off, dude, like straight into a match, and that's how you know it's SmackDown and not Raw. But we kick it off straight away. Eddie Guerrero comes out. He's the US champion as well as a tag team champion, of course, with Chavo. Last week, Eddie successfully defended the tag team titles and US title last week. And Eddie looks great here, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Real quick, though, who did you say Eddie Guerrero came out with?
Did I say Chavo?
Chavo? Okay, you're sure it's
Yeah,
not Anarchia?
No, I'm pretty sure. I believe it was Chavo Guerrero coming out with Chavo Guerrero.
Are you sure it was Chavo and Chavo?
I'm pretty sure it was just all Chavos out there because, you know, unless I'm going blind, of course, you know.
I don't know, man. It looked like Anarchia to me. So, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Fuck. My knowledge is just out the window, boys.
US title is on the line, by the way, and Matt Hardy comes out next. Version 1 Matt Hardy. I love that gimmick. I thought that was so cool. I'm a big Hardy fan, so maybe a little bit biased, but like I really thought that gimmick was cool.
Nah, dude, the Matt Hardy version 1 with the Matt facts and the little internet screen loading up and everything, dude, it was the coolest fucking thing back then. Yeah. And I don't know if you wrote it down or not, but I do have the Matt facts that were given for this week's episode.
Oh, yeah.
I do, but you go through it, Tom. You got it.
Okay. Fact number 1, Matt has had 4 speeding tickets. So that's good to know. Fact number 2 was Matt has gotten out of over 20 tickets. So it's good to see that Matt Hardy knows how to use his mouth to get out of tickets. By talking, you perverts, by talking. Don't be gross.
Yeah, but you know what? I wish his brother was better at it.
Yeah, no shit.
It just shows that Matt Hardy's just a shit driver, clearly. Doesn't know how to follow the fucking road rules, and it just runs through the Hardy family, it seems, brother.
Yeah, I think it's just the road rules.
Yeah, I'm about to say Jeff's probably breaking some other rules he shouldn't be breaking.
High flyer, brother, high flyer.
He's high, right?
Once again, like this match, I'm like already. I'm like, we got the fist, we got the intro, we got 2003 SmackDown, and now we get this. I'm like, this is great. Like, this is amazing. I'm so happy.
Oh yeah, man, starting off hot.
Dude, 100%. And like, this is a match that, looking back, I don't think I've seen that many times, like Eddie versus Matt Hardy. But yeah, US titles on the line, and both men show off to the fans. But of course, Eddie gets the upper hand with the fans. You know, Eddie's super over at this time. This is big time for Eddie, obviously.
Oh, I mean, I think they said Eddie Guerrero has held the US title since July of that year. So he's held the title for quite some time. Or actually, it might have been earlier.
He was the first ever champion, right?
Fuck,
I'm pretty sure he won the tournament to win the title.
I'll look into it.
Okay, you're on it? All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Sweet. So yeah, they get the obviously Eddie gets fired up super early and gives Hardy a beatdown. Matt Hardy was rocking obviously the signature pants from that time. Normally you have the red or the black, but he had the green pants on, and I was not feeling it.
Yeah, look, there are better Matt Hardy pant color attires that he could have gone with, but you know, it is the signature Matt Hardy look, and it's still dope, by the way.
Both men were in great
real quick,
shape.
sorry to cut you off. Eddie Guerrero did win the US title tournament to be the first ever champion for the WWE United States title. He won it back at Vengeance 03, which was July. So yeah, he had it for about 3 months at this point, or about 2.5, 3 months.
I mean, what a guy to give the belt to. Like, what a way to go. Yeah, this is the US champion, you know, straight away. But Eddie and Matt collide with it. Dude, early on, there was a huge shoulder block, and it was super nasty. Like, they just ran into each other full pelt, it seemed.
Yeah, they went like hard for no reason. It was pretty awesome.
And then, dude, and then pretty much straight after that, Taz can't figure out the word compensate, and he keeps saying like compensate. He can't get it out, man. He's just
mate.
struggling. I then saw a sign that says Eddie stole Zach's leg. As
Yes.
referring to Zach Gowen.
Seen that. That was great.
Hardy hits a powerbomb on Eddie, but only a 2 count, and then he goes for another pin attempt. I like when heels do that. I know it's stupid, and it's like, well, you just got a 2 count. You're probably not going to get a 3, but he really healed it up the way he did it. It was really cool. Eddie then walks straight into the side effect, but only gets a 2 count. Dude, there is nothing Eddie could have done. Like, there is no way you could turn him heel at this point. Like, the fans loved him. Like, he was probably the most over guy on this show.
Oh, for sure. He definitely was. Like, nobody got the reaction Eddie did. And that was going on for months and months before this and for the rest of his career. Nobody was as over as Eddie for the longest time. And justifiably so. He was fantastic.
I think we can really tell that once we get to the finish of this match, which obviously you'll get into soon, the crowd was fucking loving it.
Like, whoever booked this show, I don't know who would have been booking man at this time, but like, what a way to kick it off. Kicking off with Eddie coming out first, kicking off with a great opponent like Matt Hardy. Well done. But look, Eddie starts to switch the momentum his way. It was pretty much Matt Hardy early on. He hits a neck breaker, but then is quickly stopped by Hardy's elbow and body slam. It was nice, man. Like, both these men put it in. I actually enjoyed this match a lot. Eddie then hits a 3 amigos despite his injury to the ribs. He was really selling the ribs throughout the match. Eddie goes to the top rope, but then Hardy stops him with some right hands. Hardy then hits a superplex on Eddie, which, dude, that was pretty nasty in itself. Like, they hit hard, and Eddie landed almost on his side. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, he definitely kind of took a flare bump off that superplex. Instead of landing just like straight flat, kind of went to the hip and the side. It looked a little rough.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to put it, the flare bump, obviously. I didn't even think of that. Hardy then looks for a second rope leg drop, but Eddie stops him with the Rana off the second. That was awesome.
It's also called a Frankensteiner. Get it right, kid.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
I'm only going off what Taz says, mate. So, Taz is a wrestling genius, and he would never be wrong, even though he's wrong later in the night, and I still wrote what he said.
He's wrong a lot of the time, but no, he is a wrestling genius for sure. It's just that'll always be a Frankensteiner to me. Shouts out Scott Steiner. But yeah, I refuse to call it anything else.
Only a 2 count though, and Matt Hardy goes for another side effect. But dude, this reversal off this side effect was so clean. It was into like I want to say like a crucifix-like pin. It wasn't exactly a crucifix, but it was so clean from Eddie, man.
Eddie is such a professional, He makes everything look smooth, so clean.
Legit, it was so clean. It was weird. From after that, I guess everything went into a bit of chaos, and Shannon Moore goes to hit Eddie with the title, but then Eddie does the lie, the cheat, the steal, throws it at I believe he threw it, Matt Hardy, and went down for I got hit. But then Chavo out of nowhere hits Matt Hardy with the other title, and we get a 5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3.
And the crowd went fucking ballistic at that finish. When Chavo hit Matt Hardy with the belt, the crowd was going bonkers, bro. And that 5-star frog splash, he went halfway across the ring for that one. And I'm like, oh, what a finish. Dude, what a way to end.
He did not roll in at all, hey. Like, he was like, nah, you're jumping that far.
Well, if Matt Hardy would have moved even a little bit, it would have looked folky, like super fake and hokey and shit. So it was like, no, you're going to have to make this. Sorry, dude. And it wasn't, we've seen Eddie jump from literally like one side of the ring to the other and shit. This dude has so much fucking airtime. It's ridiculous. So it wasn't that big of a jump, but yeah, it looked impressive as hell. Still super far frog splash.
Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, Eddie obviously gets the win. What did you guys think of the match?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was a very fun match between just two guys that are solid as hell. You know what you're going to get out of these guys. I like that the finish kind of included Chavo and Shannon Moore. So it's like, if you want to build to a tag team match between them, you can. You want to keep it singles, you can. It kind of worked out perfectly for everybody. I give it a 7 out of 10. It was just a lot of fun to watch.
I'm on the same boat as Tom. I gave it a 7. Like, this was just a great match between two great competitors, have great chemistry against one another. just the match is so smooth, and the counters from Eddie Guerrero throughout this match was great. Some of the spots, like the superplex and the side effects and shit. It was, these two are just great wrestlers. What else can I say? And as I said before, the finish I really loved with Eddie doing the vintage light sheet steel, pretending to get hit, and then Chavo getting involved. The crowd once again going wild. They were really hyped for that finish, and then the frog splash. Man, it was a great opener to kick off the show. Once again, I gave it a 7, just like Tom.
Sweet, man. I think this is one of the first times we all agree on a match. I also gave it a 7. To me, this was like almost everything you want in a wrestling match, especially on a TV show. Maybe on a pay-per-view, you maybe wouldn't have wanted that finish or whatever. I wouldn't have cared so much. But honestly, like, this is everything you wanted in a TV match, in my opinion. Yeah, so cage match, however. So this is where it's awkward. There wasn't enough votings or ratings on cage match, so we kind of just go off what's there. They gave it a 6 out of 10, so not too far off what we thought, really. After this match, The Undertaker is... they go through the No Mercy advertisements, and we have The Undertaker, obviously, advertised to take on Brock Lesnar, as well as Mr. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, in an I Quit match, father-daughter match.
I remember back in my days of going to Blockbuster as a kid and hiring the old wrestling DVDs. No Mercy 03 was one of them. I might have hired this one once or twice. And from what I remember, it was all right pay-per-view. And that Undertaker Brock Lesnar match actually turned out to be I think it was a biker chain on a pole match. Fucking gimmick to the hills. And I remember. The pay-per-view was all right from what I remember.
No, sweet. Like, I mean, you can't really have a terrible match between Brock and Taker, right? Like, just given the two people they are, even if the match kind of did suck, it would still be good. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Like, these two always worked very, very well together. And we see that later on tonight for sure.
We also got an advertisement for JBL or Bradshaw's new book, Have More Money Now. Tom, I know you're a big reader of this book.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure, man. I read that thing religiously, man. Like, every week I'm reading more and more about how to get more money now.
And we all know Tom is a multimillionaire at the end of the day. And
well, that's what I was about to say. Like,
he couldn't have done it without the help of John Bradshaw Layfield.
No, of course not, dude. Like, the first chapter of the book is titled "Cut All Your Hair Off, Get Rid of Your Shitty Little Mustache, and Then You'll Be a Millionaire." So that's what I did.
Yeah, right. This was the time when JBL did change his look. Yeah, APA. They're going to break up soon. JBL's going to be a single star. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
man,
they were already planting the seeds for the JBL character right here. And best thing to happen in his career by far. But the short-haired Bradshaw coming out with the APA looks so terrible. Like, I fucking hate it.
It's not right, is it? It's really not right.
He looks like such a fucking wannabe dork. It's like, oh, fuck this guy.
And then turns it into one of the best heels of the last 20 years, you know? And they also advertised that WrestleMania 20 tickets just went on sale this past Sunday. Dude, it feels weird that we're preparing for like WrestleMania 40. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this is WrestleMania 20. Like, this is 20 years ago. That's crazy to me that what we're watching is from 20 years ago.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
It's insane, bro. Time flies. I keep saying it all the time.
100%. Earlier tonight, we had like a bit of a pre-tape. John Cena walks in as Josh Matthews says to him, for some reason he says, I didn't write it word for word, but he basically said, you had some dope rhymes last week. And Cena says, yo, dope rhymes? You got street cred, bro. This version of like Cena was like, it was great, don't get me wrong. But man, like, some of it was a little bit cringe. I'm not going to lie. That's coming from a massive Cena fan.
Well, you know how I've said I don't like the Cena character, that fucking the hustle, loyalty, respect. This is the Cena I love. The Doctor of Thugonomics, the rapper Cena. This is the Cena I love and adore and praise. And if we could have gotten this for his whole career, he might have not been the fucking star that we all know and love. But fuck, I would have loved him.
I don't know if I would have wanted that in the PG era though.
Oh, true. Oh, that actually could have been actual ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
might have
definitely would have
been
been.
tearing it up with tons of funk, boys.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, that would have been so good. The three of them, they would have been like the new Too Cool. Oh, fuck. We could have had that.
No, Tom.
Fucking
fuck
on
off.
Cena,
hippo.
the hip hop hippo, and fucking Brodus Clay. Oh my
no.
god.
I've actually got that image in my fucking
With the
head.
Funkadelics too. Fuck.
Oh,
What could have been?
No.
Oh, we
no.
missed out, boys. Fuck wrestling. We could have had that.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, yeah, lucky we got John Cena. But yeah, he says he has something for Matthews, and then he just goes, he like reaches into his bag and then pulls out the "You can't see me." And he goes, "You can't see me, dog." And I was like, oh my god, like I love it. It's cringe, but I still love it. You know?
Yeah, it's dumb as hell, but it's fantastic at the same time.
Agreed.
Legit. He then says he does things the American way. So he's basically saying Kurt Angle does things for the USA, but I do things the American way for myself. Kind of like good promo, cringy, but like that cool like Cena, I guess, 2003 shit, you know?
Yeah, it was perfect for 2003, but here in 2023, it's fucking awful for sure.
Hasn't aged well.
No, not at all. Most of Cena's stuff hasn't aged well from 20 years ago to now.
Eddie and Chavo are then backstage celebrating, and Big Show walks up to them and says, "So basically, Big Show attacked Eddie last week from behind, and they ask him, was that personal or were you just in a bad mood?" And Big Show says, "I just don't like you." Eddie then starts to fire up, but Big Show then says, "I don't like your kind. I like burritos, tacos, enchiladas, but I don't like you." Eddie's then thrown into Chavo by Big Show. Chavo then questions Eddie's Latino heat, and Eddie then bails him up against the roller door. And Eddie says he's going to take care of Big Show tonight, Guerrero style.
And what I get from this is just more racism. Fucking Big Show, brother. You just don't like the Mexicans.
But he likes their food, so it's okay.
Yeah, true. He's willing to spend fucking the four digits in fucking Taco Bell to get as many burritos, tacos, and fucking whatever. But don't like the Mexicans though. Fuck.
Dude, SmackDown was like, they didn't remember all the JBL stuff. Like, what was their deal?
That is a famous segment though. The JBL
where he like kicks him over the border.
Oh, bro, that's iconic. Fuck.
Yeah, SmackDown
was.
It pushed a lot of envelopes with race and like did a lot of shit they probably shouldn't have. But like at the time, it wasn't nearly as big of a deal. I was like, whatever. It's just wrestling, no big deal. Whereas today, they get fucking crucified for even bringing that kind of shit up in the writer's room.
The next match we get, speaking of Bradshaw, we get the APA coming out. And dude, Farouk is fucking huge. And Farouk doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
No, he doesn't. Like, I hate that his biggest highlights are like saying damn and being part of the APA. Whereas like nobody remembers him being the first black world champion of a major wrestling company or anything like that. Like Ron Simmons is fantastic and deserves all the credit in the world.
100%. And do you know someone who... Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was going to say, Ron Simmons by himself is a Hall of Famer. Deserves to go in the Hall of Fame by himself just for what he's done in wrestling alone by himself, let alone the stuff he did with APA. And he's very underrated talent. Much of a beast.
Yeah, 100%. I think, as much as JBL gets that bully label and he's a bit of a dick, he has always put over Farouk as well. He is like always in any of his interviews. He's said like Ron Simmons is the man. But yeah, look, Bradshaw's not much smaller. Don't get me wrong. He's fucking huge too. And then speaking of huge, out come the Bashams and Shaniqua.
I
am.
Hell yeah. Damages,
Dude,
baby.
Dude, he's taking over, brother. He's taking over the GRONKCAST. Jesus Christ. What a gimmick, though, guys. Literally sub-simps.
All I'm going to say is, Shaniqua could step on me Anytime.
There he is. That's my boy.
It just is what it is.
BT telling it how it is, you know?
It is what it is, brother, and there's no shame in that. Because I know most people that'd be watching this right now would agree with me. And don't deny it, you fucks.
I'm not saying no at all. Like, I'm all for it.
You know, my favorite segment of the GRONKCAST every week is when BT just shoots on the fucking fans.
Oh yeah,
He just goes, if you don't believe me, you fucks every week.
I got a lot to built up aggression to let out, all right? And it's unfortunate I'm going to let out on Gronk Nation. They understand me. It's fine. No hatred towards them.
Got that Shaniqua's sexual frustration.
Oh, exactly, brother. She's taller than me. She's fucking bigger than me, cunt. My lord.
Yeah, things kick off pretty early. They all get into a brawl straight away. Bradshaw hits one of the Bashams. I don't know which one's which, so I'm just going to say one of the Bashams. Heads first into the steel steps over and over again. Doug has the slimmer face, right? And Danny's got the rounder face. Is that right?
Yeah, Doug was the one outside getting the shit kicked out of him by Bradshaw.
Right. Then I believe Simmons and Doug kick it off, but Bradshaw is quickly tagged in.
Mm-hmm.
Bradshaw's then thrown out super nasty by Doug. Man, that was he got fucked up, thrown out of there. And then Shaniqua slaps Bradshaw as the referee is distracted. I know BT would have had a little chubby there.
I'm not going to deny it, brother.
Not going to confirm nor deny.
Exactly.
APA. Obviously, the fans start chanting for APA as the Bashams start to take control. A lot of distractions and Bashams getting the upper hand on Bradshaw. Cole and Taz are talking about being a little bit different. They're saying that the Bashams are a little bit different, and they like to get dominated. And then Cole just says super sarcastic, but you wouldn't even know. He goes, "Yeah, Taz, well, you look completely normal with your orange glasses." And I'm just fucking Michael Cole.
I think, is this where Taz is he says something along the lines of I'm not even wearing glasses. Oh, wait, I am. He completely forgets he's wearing glasses. I was like, God damn it, Taz, pay attention to your attire at least.
Just pay attention in general.
Yeah. You've always worn glasses. You always wear glasses other than when you're wrestling. What makes you think today's any different, dude?
Or Simmons, whatever you want to call him, then hits the nastiest spine buster as per usual. One of the best spine busters in the game. It's not. I don't even know. It is a spine buster, but they just get dumped.
Other than Arn Anderson, it's the best spine buster ever. It's so fucking good because he just wrecks dudes. It doesn't matter how big you are, he's gonna fuck you up with that thing, and I love it.
I adore it. It's amazing. The referee then is bumped down, and Shaniqua hits a big boot on Bradshaw. The Bashams then hit what they call the ball and gag to pick up the victory over Bradshaw.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Name, BT?
Yeah, that's the exact same question.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Why are we questioning me? Look, it's a great name for a tag team finishing move.
No, it's not.
It gets the job done.
It's so bad.
It gets the job done, and they picked up the win against one of the better teams of that era. So, fucking Bashams are gonna get fucking down and dirty tonight.
It's a cool move, but it's a shit name, brother. I'm sorry. The Russian Leg Sweep clothesline, it's awesome. It looks great. Easy finisher. You can put it on anybody. But the ball and gag, come on, man. That's
especially for that move too. Maybe it was a double choke slam, or something. Even that, it's still cringe. But
no matter what the move is, it's a rough name.
Well, we'll
True,
just
like,
we'll,
it could,
ju- we'll
it
just
could
have
be a
this.
450 Canadian destroyer and it would still suck.
We'll just
Yeah.
have to substitute the name and have it fucking Choke Me Daddy. All right, that's the fucking new name. Choke Me Daddy.
All right. No.
Bradshaw then gets up post-match from the Choke Me Daddy and attacks the Bashams, then pushes Shaniqua and hits her with a clothesline from hell.
Dude, he knocks her down and the crowd cheers. And then he fucking annihilates her with that clothesline from hell. Like, he didn't go easy on her. He hit her as hard as he would hit one of the boys. And that crowd lost their minds. They were so excited and so happy to see it. And like, I'm sitting there thinking,
explains wrestling in 03.
It really does. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, yo, this is my hometown crowd. I'm from Milwaukee originally. So I was like, why are you cheering this, guys? This isn't what we're about. But yeah, wrestling. So I guess it is. It was awesome.
But look, man, the Bashams pick up the victory. The cage match didn't rate this match. I personally did not like this match. I did not like this. And then when I found out it was called the Ball and Gag, I felt very, very indifferent about it. So personally, I gave this match a 3.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 4. It was a little boring, but nothing like bad about it. It was just like, whatever. It did what it needed to do. It led up to Shaniqua getting annihilated, and that's what we got. So it's whatever. It is what it is, I guess.
Normally, she's the one doing annihilating, right?
Oh yeah, dude. You got to dominate the dominatrix, and that's what Bradshaw did.
So I gave this a 10. Oh, no. We're kidding. We're kidding. I gave it a 4.5. You know, it was there. It was there mid. Not much to say really. I mean, Basham's got the win, and Shaniqua getting the fucking shit clotheslined out of her, pretty much. Bradshaw just laying it in after the match was huge, and yeah, it's not really much to say. It's just there, like
it was very just there. Like it wasn't unwatchable, but it wasn't. Would I go back and watch it again? Probably not. As we get back from commercial, Cole and Taz are joined by a big man in the booth. The A Train's here, and Taz says, "Sub Train," and then A Train replies, "Good to be here." And then Taz says, "Yeah, you look happy." And then just goes on a little fucking tangent. But like, dude, it was just the most. But A Train's like, "Good to be here." Like, just super boring. Actually, kind of sounded like Jesse Ventura. I'm not gonna lie, and it gave me a little bit of PTSD.
You're glossing over and skipping the biggest part about A Train sitting there. Homeboy is in full gear. So he's in just his little trunks, no shirt, fucking big ass sweaty chest, just out and about for the world to see. Looking all kinds of horrible. I was like, oh my God, Train, what are you doing, dude? You can dress in like basketball shorts and a t-shirt like you were backstage just waiting.
Yeah. Or like what was that brand? Is it Dada? The Dada. It could have been like a Dada jumpsuit, or something like that. Or Eminem was rocking back then, maybe a D12 jumpsuit or something, Come on, dude.
Hey, shit, he could fucking rocking a goddamn tap out shirt or whatever the hell it was. The fuck was it? The Affliction shirts. That was 03, wasn't it? I have no idea. I've been wearing the same wrestling shirts for the last 25 years, so I have no fucking clue what fashion is.
But look, there's a reason he's out here. The next match, Chris Benoit taking on Charlie Haas. It's about time we review the show with Mr. Benoit. But yeah, look, so the No Mercy match is announced. We're going to have A-Train take on Benoit. And dude, I actually really like A-Train, but having him on commentary for this match was not a great move.
Yeah, he definitely brought the vibes down for this match. Can't lie.
Yeah, I don't know how they never gave this guy like a microphone or a mic piece or something, like someone to talk for him, because he is just terrible. And I wrote down some of his lines and they're all fucking awful.
It's very like just given to him and he's read over it and he's just gonna say it. And I felt like that a little bit with Michael Cole this show. He said things as they were happening, but like so for example, like he would say like, oh, and he's going after that injured arm as he's just about to, and I was like, fuck, is he just reading this in front of him? Like it felt weird. But that's what A-Train did a lot. But yeah, out comes Benoit. Good on him. And then my boy, Mr. Charlie Haas, the Haas hole. If you're not Charlie, you're Haas.
Yes, mate. It's the most famous line of all time.
So we were playing TEW, the story goes, and we signed Charlie Haas, right? I believe.
Mm.
And we also signed his brother Russ. And BT, for some reason, I think Charlie got picked up by WWE with this company we were doing. And BT went to say, if you're not Charlie, you're Russ. But he goes, at the top of his lungs, no hesitation, if you're not Charlie, you're Haas. And it's lived on for probably 10 years. Like, just the most iconic BT line.
Well, and they should have just put it on a fucking t-shirt and WWE would have sold millions. But no, of course they didn't. Because they're fucking Gronks.
That's a fantastic line, dude. Like, I would have bought a shirt with that line on it, no doubt.
Dude, I think in ROH, because he definitely went by the Haas hole at some point. I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the tributes, obviously, from Charlie Haas as well to his younger brother Russ on the wrist tapes and the hand tape. I was always a big fan of that, and like this, Russ passed in 01, I believe. This is 2 years later, still doing it. So fucking big shout outs to Charlie. A-Train says he will beat Benoit and he will show him at No Mercy. He will show him No Mercy at No Mercy.
Wow.
Boo.
Boo.
You fucking
Big
suck.
boos. Boo. Throw those tomatoes. The match basically kicks off, big grapple fest, as you'd expect between these two, of course. A-Train then explains his strategy will be ground and pound against Benoit. Haas then starts off with momentum against Benoit, and Taz says, Benoit likes to ride people, and he rides your body. AJ agrees and says, he can ride my body. He's one of the best. What the fuck does that mean, BT?
Mate, Benoit is just gonna grapple A-Train and ride A-Train all night long on the train down to South Detroit, and it's just not much simpler than that, because I'm not taking it any further.
Okay, fair. All right, thank you. Haas then digs the shin and the boot into Benoit's face in the corner, which was, dude, it looked super nasty. And then Benoit was going for a crossface, but he's dumped outside by Charlie Haas, and that was brutal. Like, I thought that the Eddie hitting the floor earlier, I believe. No, sorry, Bradshaw hitting the floor earlier was nasty. This was worse. Like, Benoit gets dumped.
Oh, yeah. And it's not even the worst dump we see tonight. There's a way worse one later on.
Nope, you're right. A-Train then distracts Benoit on the outside, but fucking out of nowhere, Haas follows it up and just destroys Benoit. Like, just runs into him and just clobbers him.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucked.
A-Train then says a great line again. A great big man can beat a great little man any day.
And I'll prove that I'm a great big man. And Taz gives him a look like, the fuck are you talking about?
Charlie Haas then has Benoit. So basically, honestly, this whole match is Charlie Haas so far. He has Benoit in the tree of woe and hits two running knees. I then wrote here, I don't know if it's PTSD kicking in, but A-Train really reminded me of Jesse the Body on commentary.
Okay, so I wrote it down here too, so you're not alone.
Okay.
I literally was like, okay, tree of woe, running knees to the gut. A-Train sounds a lot like Ventura. And then he has the line of, you give me leverage and I could break a man. And I was like, that is a fucking Ventura line without question.
That's what I wrote. Once I wrote, you give me leverage. Like, I wrote that. And I wrote, that's something he would say. This is weird. This is weird, boys.
No, because it's true. Like, it sounds just like Ventura. I was cracking up. I was like, I know I'm not the only one that hears this shit.
It was so bad. Ventura's not even here and he's still fucking cursing me, the prick. Benoit then hits the snake eyes into a big lariat on Haas and then a German suplex. Benoit has Haas in the sharpshooter, but forces a rope break. Then out of literally nowhere, there's a crossface. Just gets him in the crossface and A-Train runs in. He says something and then he's in the ring.
Real quick, before that, after Haas gets out of the sharpshooter, he goes for like a belly to belly onto Benoit, And I don't know what happened if he didn't get the pop or Benoit didn't get over or not, but Benoit lands directly on his fucking forehead. He just kind of slapped. And that's when Benoit jumped up and just slapped him in the crossface, like, for fucking ending the kid before I kill you. Like, it looked bad. I was like, oh, that's why they ended it so abruptly, because Benoit was pissed.
Dude, I thought Benoit just had a broken neck right then and there. I'm like, oh fuck, this is.
Dude, how many times do we like look at Benoit's matches and be like, how did he not break his neck?
Oh, dude, it's so many.
Clear what happens to him, but you know. So then A-Train comes in and forces the DQ, and then A-Train puts Benoit in the crossface. Oh my god, A-Train, you fucking legend. Benoit is tapping, but obviously means nothing because the match is over.
Did you notice where Charlie Haas was when all this was happening?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, because he got the fuck out of Dodge. He just dumped Benoit on his forehead. He's like, I'm out of here. Fuck y'all. I'm leaving tonight, like right away.
Yeah, he's driving to the other side of the country, brother.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to Alabama. I'm out. Fuck y'all.
But yeah, look, this match, look, you guys are probably going to hate me for this match. So I actually want to go last on the ratings.
Okay.
All right, I'll go first. I gave this match a 6 out of 10. It was a surprisingly good match out of these two. I thought it was going to be just Benoit beating the crap out of Haas the whole time. And Charlie Haas hung in there with him and went toe for toe, hold for hold type of thing. And I liked it a lot. I thought it was a really good technical wrestling match. Way better than I expected out of these two.
You might be a little surprised with my rating. I gave it a 6.95. And I thought it was really good. These two just technical masterclasses, just going out there, technical abilities through the roof. Benoit and Charlie Haas, you know, just and some really just good looking stuff in this match. Benoit landing on his neck. Oh my goodness, that was scary. Fucking Charlie Haas just beating the shit out of Benoit throughout this match as well. It was great to see. The DQ finish, in other scenarios, I would have taken many sort of points off the match for it. But, I understand, they are building to the match at No Mercy between A-Train and Benoit. So I'm not taking that many points off. But, yeah, a 6.95, I thought it was a pretty good match for what it was.
Look, I didn't hate this match at all. I thought it was pretty good. As you guys said, it was good technical work and everything like that. But I couldn't get past Jesse Ventura in my ear. Sorry, A-Train in my ear. Same thing. So yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10. As I said, it wasn't a bad match. Don't get me wrong. It still, trust me, it cleared that tag team match before. Yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Cage match. I only had one review, to be fair. And someone gave it a 9 out of 10.
Oh.
Oof, that's rough.
Okay. Someone's clearly a Charlie Haas or Benoit mark right in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Well, when I saw that, I was like, fuck, is it a really good match? Because obviously I watch the matches and then check the ratings. And that's why I said to you just then, you boys are probably going to hate me on this one. I'm only rating it a 5 and someone's giving it a 9, but maybe it's not that good.
Yeah, for what it was decent. And for the time that they were given, they did some good shit. But again, the DQ finish, A-Train's commentary was pretty shit.
Next, we get a Lita vignette appears, and it's about her regarding her road to becoming a WWE superstar. And it's called Lita, A Less Traveled Road, The Reality of Amy Dumas. Now, trust me, boys, that road has been traveled many times.
Whoa, come on.
Oh, brother.
You're not wrong.
I actually like Lita. I'm a big Lita fan.
Yeah.
But
this is during the everybody gets a book deal era of professional wrestling after Mick Foley had his book come out and was super successful. They're like, oh, everybody writes a book now.
I mean, Bradshaw got one. I mean, you love that book, though, so I'm sorry. I take back what I just said.
You make fun of my Bible one more time, we're going to have words, okay?
Oh, no. My bad. No, but yeah, you're dead on. Everyone got a book. But out next, oh, man, there's a lot. This is a lot. Out next, Vinnie Mac comes out. Vinnie Mac's music hits, and he comes out with Sable, of course. Tom, you got anything to say just at that?
Sable was the her and Sunny were like the two original hot girls for me growing up. Like when everybody has like that one girl's like, this is the hottest woman on the planet. Sable and Sunny were like the two wrestling ones. Can't be beat. Man, Sable's looking rough here though, dude. Like, and not in a good way. Like you could tell she was aging, but trying to hold on to those looks. And I was like, to me, she didn't look nearly as hot as when she was still like active wrestling like 5 years earlier. She aged pretty bad and from like 98 to 03.
I don't think she looks like it's not like or whatever. But
no. Of course, she's still a fucking smoke show. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, ooh, damn. I was expecting fucking let's do the grind Sable, not this.
Although, dude, I'm not an animal print fan. I can't.
Yeah, you're not digging that look from Sable?
You know, you can just take it off, right?
Anything. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is probably better off, right? No, but like animal print ain't it. I don't know, man. That's just me. Michael Cole then puts over the first ever father-daughter match in an I Quit match.
So Vince is like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody deserves a second chance. The fans chant asshole. And he's like, see, that's a mistake right there. I was like, that's a fucking great way to shut him up, man. Well done, Vince.
Dude. Such a good, like, say whatever about Vince, obviously, you know, blah, blah, blah. But, like, he really could work with the crowd. Vincent says, yeah, she made a very big mistake. And then I've written here, she looks great, not as good. Yeah, I guess we've already gone through that. Vince hopes that Steph rescinds the match between herself and Vince. And Vince also hopes that she resigns as GM of SmackDown tonight. And he says, maybe I put that a little too politely. I'm going to ask her to come out here and quit. Stephanie then comes out looking great as usual.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But right now, 03, that's prime Stephanie, dude. Like, untouchable.
Dude, the Cena butt slap, you know?
Everything about Stephanie at this point was just perfect.
She comes out, she says, I appreciate the time you gave me, but my answer quite simply is no. I will not change the WWE Championship match at No Mercy, and I will not quit. Not now, not ever. And then Vince says, yes, you will. If not tonight, you will at No Mercy. When you quit at No Mercy, you'll be quitting your job as general manager of SmackDown. It was a little bit like, I guess this is me nitpicking. It was a little bit awkward. Like, you kind of already said it was an I Quit match, but like, for the job and everything. But I think they were just trying to really put that over with the fans. Like, if she says she quits, it's the job as well. Vince then goes full heel, man. Like, Vince was like chilling, and then next minute he just snaps, just like that. Vincent says, you're making me, a loving father, go into that ring and beat down and pummel his very own daughter. You're making me do that. Holy fuck, what a line.
Oh yeah, dude. How he's like, oh no, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and it's your fault. It's like, what? How the hell is this possible?
What an enabler. Stephanie then says, you don't have to do that match. Like, we can take it back. She's not going to rescind it, but like, they can agree. You know what I mean? And we just won't have it. Vince says, you are defying me, and I will not have anyone defy me. I will not have these people defy me, or the locker room defy me, or my own flesh and blood defy me. He also says, I remember holding you tenderly as a child. I remember you growing up, all your graduations, all your dance recitals, and now you're throwing it all away. You want me to take daddy's little girl and crush it in my hand and throw it on the mat and leave it in a bloody pulp.
Like, Vince going from 0 to 100, turning up the fucking the intensity, and he just was in that zone. And when Vince is in that zone, you cannot stop him on the mic. He is such a brutal savage, such a fucking beast on the microphone. It's scary at times.
Dude, it's one of those things with Vince, and maybe it's because he's the owner as well. He has that I don't know how to put it. That thing of like, fuck, what's he actually going to say? Where's he going to draw the limit? Like, is he going to say something real fucked up? Like, I just don't know. Vince then says, why would you do this to me? Do you have any idea how this is going to affect me? By God, I say this. I will strike you down in the face of defiance. That the delivery on it wasn't perfect because he started to almost like choke up. Like, he was going too far into it, but it was killer. Sable then sort of takes over and says, don't be so hard on yourself. When you step into the ring against Stephanie, don't think of her as your daughter. Think of her as for what she really is and what you called her last week. Oh, I remember. A disrespectful little bitch. Dude, this promo didn't miss. Stephanie then says, Sable, this is a conversation between me and my father, so why don't you do what you do best and go to the back in the men's locker room and lay flat on your back. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, when
Fucking
she delivered that line, the crowd just the crowd was so invested in this promo and this segment. It was ridiculous. Like, even me at home, I'm like, oh fuck, they're about to throw down right now.
This made me want to rewatch this feud.
Oh, 100%.
This promo.
Yeah, dude, I was all ready to turn on No Mercy 03 right after this. So I was like, I gotta see that match now.
Vince then grabs Stephanie by her hair and fucking power slams her. It was obviously it wasn't the best looking power slam. He was protecting her for sure. But fucking power slams her. He's pinging off his head, and then Michael Cole says, Vince is cracked. He's cracked. Vince then lifts her by her hair again. But here comes the Undertaker, who stands between him and sort of waits a little bit, and then gives Vince a right hand and lifts him up for a choke slam, but outruns Lesnar and gets a big boot from Taker. The last thing we see there is Stephanie crying. What a fucking segment.
Yeah, dude, it was great. Lesnar ate that big boot fucking beautifully too, as he always does. Because he comes in like just a house of fire and then just boom. That was great.
Something I don't think Lesnar gets enough credit for is his selling. He's a really good seller. I mean, current day Lesnar, he's not built like that's not how he's booked. Back in the day, man, he could sell.
Oh, if Brock Lesnar likes you, he can make you look like $1 million. Like he's selling, especially in his early career, his first run. Like, and we'll definitely see some examples here in the main event. Like Brock, man, I'm gonna talk more about Brock in the main event, but fuck, early Brock is built diffy, man.
But dude, even now, like the Finn Balor match he had I think it was at a Royal Rumble. You could tell he liked Finn. He was putting him over, man. But yeah, that goes back to what you're saying. Big Show is then seen sitting backstage, and a Mexican guy comes in with a heap of burritos for Eddie Guerrero. I keep saying Eddie Guerrero is looking for Eddie.
Okay, real quick, we got to describe this Mexican dude because it's got to be seen to believed.
Yeah,
he's delivering. The dude's backstage, and he's got the thickest fucking fake Mexican accent you'll ever hear in your life. Like he sounds literally just like the Speedy Gonzalez Looney Tune character. It's so bad. He's rocking the scarf, like the traditional Mexican scarf. He's got the big ass sombrero that says Mexico written across the front of it. Like it's so stereotypical Mexico that I'm watching it and kind of getting offended. Like that's fucked. You can't be doing that. He's like, Burritos, Eddie Guerrero, like just screaming for him. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Dude. But I better ask this. Look, I know his name, but I want to quiz BT here. What was his name?
Oh fuck, wasn't it Jose?
Yes, sir.
Oh, is it? I thought it might have been Chavo.
Oh, fuck off, Gronk. I took the joke, mate. I took the joke for the first match, right? Well, we're not carrying on fucking further, brother. I can tell the difference between regular Hispanic people and fucking Hispanic wrestlers, you fucking Gronk.
Oh, so it's just the wrestlers get confused.
Yes, mate. It's just as I said, mate. I'm a little fuzzy when it comes to the Hispanic wrestlers, you know.
Oh my God. Anyway, Big Show takes the burritos off him and starts eating a burrito. He's moaning about how good it is. And then asks the guy his name, and of course, it's Jose, because why wouldn't it be, right?
Yeah.
Big Show then hocks a fucking loogie and spits it in a burrito for Eddie. Now, I don't know if that's an American term, but over here, hocking a loogie is doing the whole, you know.
Yeah.
He tells Jose, give it to Eddie and tell him Big Show put some special sauce in it. And that's sort of the end of that.
Well, I gotta go ahead, BT, because I'm gonna shit on the Big Show here in a second.
I was just saying that was fucking grim. Big Show's fucking disgusting, cunt. That was terrible.
Big Show gets the bag of burritos. He steals it from Jose. And how does he look to see what it is? He opens the bag and pours it out on the floor. So now you got 6 burritos just laying on the floor, which is like, dude, you don't do that. Even if they're wrapped up, you don't fucking do that. He then bitches about how much foil is on them, which you want to keep them warm if you're getting deliveries. So don't bitch about the foil to keep them warm. Then he takes out the burrito, and instead of eating it like a normal person from the top, Fuckboy decides to eat from like the middle. And I was like, what are you doing, you fucking maniac? Like, nobody eats a burrito that way. Ever.
Fuckboy Big Show in the house.
Yeah. And like, I'm so fucking angry at him. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You don't eat like that. And then he doubles down towards the end of the segment after he tells Jose to deliver the special sauce burrito and takes another bite right next to it, but not the top yet. So he's eating it fucking... Oh, no, Big Show, no. Everything that happens to
almost
you,
like a fucking
you deserve
watermelon.
it. Yes, exactly. He's eating it like a piece of watermelon. You're 1,000% correct. It's like some fucking corn on the cob, the way he's eating it. It's fucking raw. Fuck. It annoyed me so bad. I was like, I can't fucking stand this guy right now.
I can't believe you called him a fuckboy. Like,
He's
of
a
all
little
people on
fuckboy,
the
you
show to
idiot.
call a fuckboy.
Hashtag fuckboy Big Show. Get it
Fuckboy
trending.
Big Show, yeah. FBBS.
Oh
Fuck
my
this guy.
God. Oh, God. Out next is Tajiri, baby. Let's go. Mr. Cruiserweight Champion. Tajiri beat Rey Mysterio last week with the Mist and the Buzzsaw. But so this match is going to be for the Cruiserweight Championship. It's going to be Tajiri versus Billy Kidman. So out comes the fake DMX theme song, Mr. Billy Kidman. Did you guys hear that theme song?
It's so shit. It's so bad.
It's DMX ripoff, isn't it?
No.
Like, Tajiri came out, and I was like, oh, cool, Tajiri, fuck yeah. And then I heard the music, I was like, who is this? Like, I have no idea who it is. And I see Kidman, I was like, this is Kidman's theme in the what? And then I don't remember anything about any of Kidman's themes ever. So I was like, oh, I guess I just don't remember that shit.
Is it controversial to say I don't really remember anything of Kidman?
No.
Outside of
especially
WCW, I don't
Kidman.
either.
Pretty much straight away, the match kicks off hot, and we get a springboard by Kidman. He goes for another one, but catches a roundhouse from Tajiri. Dude, I fucking love Tajiri. So yeah, I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Straight after the roundhouse, though, Fans screams at the top of his lungs, "Move the camera!" Did anyone else catch that?
I didn't catch that.
No, I didn't hear that one.
Dude, so loud. And I was like, fuck, I hope someone catches that as well. But there you go.
I'll go back and check that out for sure. That's awesome.
It made me think of you straight away, obviously, like being a cameraman and everything. I was like, fuck, poor Tom.
Oh, you know, I've been yelled at. It's happened. It's funny.
Tajiri then uses the educated feet and demands for the people to bow down to him. Tajiri looks for a pin, but Kidman's in the ropes, and Taz says, can't get a pin if the man's foot is in the rope.
It's true.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother.
He's a
Appreciate
wrestling
it,
genius. What can we say?
Thanks, brother. Put your sunnies back on. Kidman hits a bulldog after it was like like how you do like a tornado DDT or like a sliced bread, you run up the ropes, that sort of thing. But he turns it around into a bulldog.
So it's the Stratisfaction?
Yeah, let's just say that.
That's
the best
exactly
way to
what
put
it was.
It is, but I felt weird saying that Kidman hit that.
But he did. Like it's not even me being like a smartass. He literally did. He grabs him, goes up the ropes, and then spins it around for a bulldog. Like it's the Stratisfaction.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I should have just said that. Tajiri then looks for a tornado DDT, but Kidman turns it into the BK bomb.
Yeah, I've never heard that name before. I was like, the BK bomb, what the fuck is this? And it took me a minute to realize it wasn't the Burger King bomb, but it was a Billy Kidman bomb. I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, I get it now.
Did you know that Big Show actually has one called the FB bomb? It's called the fuckboy bomb.
Oh, yeah. He was dropping some fuckboy bombs here later.
Oh, true. True.
I can't get over you calling him a fuckboy. Tajiri then looks for the buzzsaw, but Kidman hits a drop kick out of nowhere. Tajiri then chops Kidman in the corner and sort of hits a low blow while the referee's distracted, and then a buzzsaw. Tajiri defends the Cruiserweight Championship successfully tonight. What did we think of this one, boys?
Well, Tajiri fucking rules. This match ruled because Tajiri was in it. I actually really enjoyed the hell out of this. These two beat the crap out of each other for a bit. Plus, I got to see the tarantula, which I love that move. When fucking Tajiri just wraps him up like that, it's so good. So I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was a lot of fun to watch. I was hyped up as hell for the beginning, and then it didn't disappoint at all.
I gave it a 6.45. I liked it. It was a cool match. Both Kidman and Tajiri just went out there doing cruiserweight things. Love Tajiri. I love Tajiri, man. His kicks are just truly the best. And Tajiri is a very underrated cruiserweight champion in terms of WWE. Definitely did the belt justice and was really a crucial part of that division, in 03, 04. He's really good. I did like the finish where Tajiri gave Kidman the low blow and then bowed at Kidman. I thought that was a nice touch, and then did the buzzsaw. And it was a pretty cool match for what it was. 6.45.
Yeah, I was pretty close to you, BT. I gave it a 6.25. I really enjoyed it as well. It was nice because we went from, I guess the Benoit match wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. I didn't enjoy it quite that much. The tag team match for me didn't hit quite right. This sort of like, okay, we're getting there. I mean, what comes after we'll talk about, but we're getting there. Like, it built back up after that promo, then heading into the Big Show eating the watermelon burrito, and then into this, it flowed nicely. Cage match, however, I thought this was a 7.33 out of 10. So giving Tajiri some love.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
As they should. Up next, the Big Show comes out and he's looking bloated and gassy as hell. He just looks fucked.
Being the fucked boy. He's the fucked boy Big Show.
The fucked boy. The fucked burrito boy Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
And then out comes bald Orlando Jordan. The one and only.
JBL cabinet Orlando Jordan, man. It was weird as hell to see.
Yeah. And pre-TNA run Orlando Jordan.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah. I wish I did. Big Show is struggling, and he's just walking around like a gassy man.
Walking around like Matt last week. Just holding his tummy miserable.
Case of the Venturers. By the way, we probably should talk, especially before the next fucking segment. I actually wasn't sick. It was just things that unfortunately came up and I couldn't.
You don't have to lie to our fans like that, brother. Like, we know you had a little grumbly in your tumbly. It's okay. It's not a big deal.
And when we get
had a belly ache.
Yeah.
When we get to the next segment, and we'll point out how Big Show was doing his best impersonation of MAXHITMATT. It's completely fine.
Oh, I thought it was been just Ventura. Anyway, Big Show's struggling with his stomach, and Jordan just keeps hitting shoulder blocks in the corner, and Big Show counters it into the signature chop. Didn't do the shush though. I don't think that was around just yet. I could be wrong. No, that definitely would have been around.
Yeah, he was doing the shush in WCW too, but it's mostly like a face thing, not really a heel thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, hits the corner chop, and then he's just really going after the gut. Jordan is, and someone says and yells out, "Take your fat ass to the bathroom," and that's pretty much what he does, man. He shits his pants and walks out of the match.
Michael Cole has a great line as Big Show's walking away. He's like, "I think the burritos had something to do with this." No shit, Cole. You think? You fucking idiot.
Cole is amazing. Michael Cole is amazing, right? But back probably until like 2014, he was very Vince in your ear. Maybe even longer.
Oh, yeah. Cole for the longest amount of time was so unbearable. And Vince just in his ear telling Cole to say the most dumbest shit. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Vince, brother, you're not doing Cole any favors here. No wonder why fucking 98% of the IWC fucking hate Michael Cole. It's because of you fucking Gronk cunt.
I don't think Cena made it any better either. Obviously, Cena would take the piss out of him, and that become a fun thing to do as well.
Everyone fucking took the piss out of Michael Cole, cunt.
I mean, yeah, like The Rock, but then there was like a really Cena hated him at one point, and then Jericho, it was sick. But yeah, Orlando Jordan picks up the count-out victory. What did you guys rate this one? We'll start with BT.
I gave it a 2 for probably the 2 fat logs that Big Show was going to put in the toilet, evacuating from his Anusi after this matchup.
Anusi, let's go.
From the Anusi,
I gave it 2 as well, because, you got to go number 1, that's a pee, and number 2's a poo-poo, So number 2.
2's all around, boys. 2's all around. This match sucked. It did what it needed to do, but it was just dumb.
2 was so dumb. They definitely could have just done a backstage segment. This didn't need to be a match.
No, but he got Orlando Jordan on TV, and I'm always okay with that, especially around this time. Because I liked Orlando Jordan a lot before he went
Really?
crazy.
Okay.
I did. I thought he was like a good-looking dude, jacked to the gills. I thought him and Shelton Benjamin were like the coolest guys.
Yeah.
Cage match obviously didn't rate this one because it was under 5 minutes. It went around about a minute and a half. Zach Gowen is shown on the WWE magazine, is now being interviewed via satellite by Cole and Taz. Gowen says he's feeling a lot better than Big Show would be right now. And he says he may not be 100%, but he hasn't been 100% in a very long time. He says he appreciates everyone concerned, but he's sick and tired of the sympathy. He says that he's never been more sure about wrestling in his life despite the doubters, and promises to be in the ring next week.
Yeah, do you remember why Gowen was injured?
Yeah.
Lesnar.
Because Lesnar tried to murder him, yes.
Yes.
Which
I got a flight of stairs.
I remember a funny little story about that scene. I was watching wrestling with my little brother at the time. That scene came up where fucking Lesnar just pushes Zach Gowen in his wheelchair down a flight of stairs. And it's horribly fucked up. And I swear that is where me and my brother's dark humor started. Because since then, nothing made us laugh harder than seeing Gowen fall down the stairs for whatever reason. And since then, it's like, hey, you want to see somebody get like fucking hurt because they're being stupid? Yes. And that's what started all our like dark sense of humor and all that kind of shit. Like I blamed Lesnar in that segment.
Though, like Gowen looks like shit here, man. Like he's the nerdy kid and like pimples everywhere, and just like he is that guy.
Well, like they needed something to get people to boo Brock Lesnar because he's such a fucking phenomenon to like just look at. He's a completely different type of beast. So it's like, well, how do we get him to we need to get him to be booed. Well, let's have him beat up somebody nerdy. How about let's have him beat up somebody nerdy with one leg? Like that's a thing. So like, sure. Then he does that, and they're still kind of cheering. They're like, all right, let's have him F5 him into a fucking turnbuckle post. Still getting cheers. Have him throw the dude down the stairs. Still getting cheers. Like, poor Gowen just got the shit annihilated out of him, and it never worked.
He just got shit on, but it still didn't work. Yep. Speaking of shit on, man, I feel sorry for a toilet in this episode. That's when we're at a low point, is when I feel sorry for toilets. Anyway, some sharting sounds appear and diarrhea splashes. Now, I remember the joke you guys played on me last week, and that's okay. You fucking dogs, I'll get you back. It's all right. You'll push that it's not a joke, and BT and I know, Tom, that Sting's one of your favorites of all time, and it will always be called the Scorpion Deathlock. And that's okay.
No, because the wrestling genius earlier called it a sharpshooter when Chris Benoit put it on Charlie Haas. So eat my asshole.
Oh,
Sting wasn't on this show. So I don't know.
Because this is a good wrestling show. That's why he wasn't on the show.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm the Stinger, baby. Dude, do you know how much I missed last week? Because that's all I wanted to say.
You can just watch which Batman or The Dark Knight. You can just watch that, and you'll get all the Sting you need.
Good movie.
Damn good.
Anyway.
Movie.
Eddie Guerrero then says he is sorry, but he says it smells like something crawled up in you and died. By the way, the sounds, I'm not going to replicate them. I'm not going to attempt to replicate them.
Oh no, we're not going to replicate them.
Fuck me, man. It's like it's pure film.
It's the most cartoony diarrhea sounds you can possibly think of. Like, yes. And like think Dumb and Dumber where he's like shitting into the trash can. That's the exact soundboard they used. Do you know what it also reminded me of? I don't know, like Eminem, like My First Single, that song. Okay. Like anything Eminem, it reminded me of Eminem, like that sort of sounds. I got you.
Oh yeah, and it just kept going and going and going. And fuck me, Big Show is going to die.
This man's gonna get dehydrated.
He's gonna get dehydrated. And that toilet is going to get clogged forever, mate. The Bradley Center's fucked. They're going to have to get new toilets, brother.
Oh, they did. They renovated the entire building because there was literally shit everywhere because of the Big Show.
Eddie says he guessed that's what happens when he puts him out twice. The shit sounds don't stop. It's fucked. Eddie says he did this to Big Show. Jose is his cousin. and did this to him. He gave him the special sauce. Big Show is then shouting and moaning everywhere.
No, he sits there. He's like, "Oh, by the way, Big Show, how are you gonna wipe your ass?"
Oh yeah.
There's no toilet paper. I am fucking dying at the way he asked. How are you gonna wipe your ass? Just so casual about it. It was fucking amazing.
Dude, Eddie was so good. You know what? I'll give props to Big Show. Big Show acted well throughout this as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so Eddie's taking all the toilet paper and Big Show's struggling. And then Eddie says, I know what you can wipe your ass with. And then kicks the door into Big Show. And Big Show stands up, sharts himself, and then goes, oh, like, dude, I can't even replicate anything he does. Obviously, can't see my face, so I can't make the faces. And just holds the door and sits back down and still just keeps shitting his pants.
You got to really see the Big Show's facial expressions during this.
Yeah,
because they are on point. It's fucked. Like the Big Show's, it's either Big Show's really shitting himself, like legit, or he's acting again. He's got to get an Academy Award for Best Actor of the fucking year because I thought Big Show had the biggest diarrhea attack of all time during this segment.
Oh, for sure, dude. Like he was rough. And what made me laugh the most is like he's standing up and going back to you saying that the sounds never stopped. He is standing up, holding this door, and it's still shooting out. So I'm like, dude, he is just spraying the floor now. He's barely hitting the toilet, and like with the force that it sounded like, it was hitting the water and just fucking splash back everywhere.
Oh yeah, dude. You know,
I was saying the Bradley Center was fucked for sure, brother.
He's getting Poseidon's kiss, but it was fucking doo-doo water.
Yeah, exactly. He was getting Poseidon's fucking rim job is what he was getting. That shit was gross. Not just a kiss. He was shooting it right back into him.
Yeah, it's a little sloppy.
Very well.
Big shout outs to the big shout outs to the Big Show though. Like honestly, like he made a lot of stuff work. Next match, it's the main event time. So obviously, Cena and Lesnar will take on Angle and Taker. Cena comes out first and has the mic and says "yo" about 73 times.
Yo.
So two things about Cena. One thing about Cena, real quick. Homeboy comes out rocking a Portland Trailblazers jersey. Now I understand you're a heel. You're gonna wear like maybe the Rivals jersey in like the city or whatever. There's no rivalry ever between Milwaukee and Portland.
Yeah, I was going to comment that because I'm like, all right, he's wearing a Bill Walton Portland jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, why the fuck are you wearing that? Like, and I'm trying to think, if you're going to piss off the Milwaukee crowd, just any other jersey? Any other fucking jersey? There's got to be
better ones. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he could have came out wearing fucking Chicago because Milwaukee and Chicago don't like each other as cities, let alone in any other thing. He could have been any fucking other jersey would have worked. Minnesota Timberwolves would have fucking worked better than Portland.
Yeah, well, I was thinking the Bulls because obviously like through the finals and everything in the 90s and you know, I was like that would have been perfect, but you know, Bill Walton, all right, whatever. Random, but okay.
Oh, maybe Bill Walton was fucking beating Kareem in the 70s, mate. I doubt it. I fucking doubt that, but I don't know.
I highly doubt it too, but I don't know, man. I did not get that. And I was like, come on, Cena, like this is your thing. This is what you do. And you're giving the Bucks fans nothing. Like, come on, man.
And if you thought he was going to pick a Walton jersey, you'd think he'd pick the Celtics where he's from, you know, Boston.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway. Good on him. He then says it's time for him to step up and break through. Every time we see him, it should be on pay-per-view. Oh.
Fucking buckle up, man. There's some good shit coming.
Yeah. Look, I don't have all of it written. I'm not gonna lie.
I do.
Oh, okay.
You want me to?
Go for it.
All right. It's time for John Cena to step up and break through. Every time people see me should be a pay-per-view. I'm the reason you watch this show. Everybody else is just a fill-in. I'm the dude that makes it okay to root for the villain. All these other cats, all they do is ruin the mood. Like making out with a hot chick and finding out she's a dude. So Kurt Angle, get the hell off my show. Forget your red, white, and blue, man. You just red, white, and blow. I'm making half the roster retire and the other half quit. And just like Big Show's diarrhea, you can't stop my
shit.
Thank
yes. Dude.
I loved this so much. I was like, I have to fucking
Same.
say this shit. It's so fucking funny, man.
I'm so glad
so
you
good.
did too, because like, I honestly, man, look, if he said that now, everyone would be like, oh, that kind of sucked. No, dude, this dude was over. And that's in this match, all 4 men were over. Cena not quite on the level of Lesnar, Angle, and Taker, but he was like up there, you know?
Oh yeah, no, this is definitely okay, let's see if this kid can go from mid card to top tier. For sure.
Yep. And fucking hell, man. Sink or swim, that dude swam. And you know what's insane? Like 20 years later, 2023, where like Angle, Taker, Cena, Lesnar, like that's 4 of the biggest superstars of all time.
Oh yeah.
And here they are in a tag match.
Yeah, exactly. This is just SmackDown this week. It's nothing worth a shit.
Cena kicks it off against Angle, and the fans chant, you tapped out at Lesnar. Cena looks weird, man. He's got those wrestling boots on. I
noticed that
like
too.
That.
It was very weird looking boots for sure.
Like I forgot about. I don't. A lot of the time I forget about the boots, man. The boots are weird. Kurt Angle then starts out wrestling Cena is probably the best way to put it. And then Cena starts to get some strikes in, but runs into a fucking huge clothesline by Angle. Just absolutely rocks his world.
Yeah.
And then Undertaker comes in, big evil. And then basically, outpowers Cena. So Cena's kind of looking like he doesn't quite fit in here.
They definitely had it look like he was the young kid in the 3 veterans ring type of thing. And it worked. It worked out great. Like it was exactly what it needed to be.
Especially given the way this match goes and the direction it goes, it's perfect. Angle is now in with Cena. And Cena gets launched with a back body drop. Like, dude, that was like a Bubba Ray launch. Like Bubba launches those people up. That's what Angle did.
Yeah, for sure, man. He gets so high that when he hits, they show Cena's face and he's like, holy shit. Like he can't believe how high up he was and how hard he hit afterwards.
Legit. It was like he was on a fucking just bounced off a trampoline. Like, and he just got thrown by a dude, you know?
Like when you launch your little brother and he's like, that was too high. I don't want to do that anymore.
Dude, what the double, what do you call it? Like the double jump or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cena then Irish whips Angle and Lesnar pulls the ropes down. That was nasty.
Dude, Angle should have died. The
100%.
way he fell, like he went to, obviously Lesnar pulls down the rope. Angle does like the tumble outside. But he doesn't, I don't know if he didn't get his body all the way over or what, but he just kind of falls straight down head first. And I was just like, oh shit, no.
And the sound, you can just hear it. It's like,
It's like a slap and a thud. Oh, it was gross. And Michael Cole goes, he nearly landed on his head. And Taz was like, he landed on his head. Like,
yeah, there was no nearly. He landed on his fucking head.
He legit did. We then cut to commercial, and once we come back, Lesnar's in the ring with Angle, and he hits some big like hip tosses and some strikes and some knees. Classic Lesnar in control. Cena's then tagged in and starts to beat down on Angle, and Michael Cole keeps calling Cena's offense pound and ground, and it pisses me off because it's very clearly ground and pound, but no, pound and ground.
That's what he does. He pounds them and then grounds them because he's a little creep.
Little creepy Cole.
Yeah,
little creepy Cole boy.
Yep.
Lesnar tags in, and it's all Cena and Lesnar at this point. They're really taking down Angle. Lesnar stare downs Taker while lifting Angle for a gorilla press, which was incredible, dude. What a great visual between the two. Like, just showing off the strength, Lesnar looks to take down Angle again, but Angle, Kurt counters it into a German suplex. Angle is then looking for a tag, but Lesnar grabs his leg. This is where I got a little bit confused, but once I went back and watched it again, I sort of understood. Angle then does tag Taker, but the ref never sees it. And in comes Cena while the ref's distracted, thinking that he was tagged in.
Yeah, that's just vintage WWE tag team stuff. Happens all the time, the babyface gets the hot tag, but the heels distract the ref. It's just the vintage stuff, Gotta love that.
Cena then tries to show off and waves the "You can't see me" at the Undertaker, but is rolled into an ankle lock. But Lesnar straight away makes the save. I like that because how often do you see Oh, Lesnar will just stand there for about a minute and go, nah, I'm not going to break it up. Oh, Cena's now struggling. Now I'll break it up. That's your fucking tag partner, dude. Get in there straight away. Angle then finally starts to battle back. Oh, so Lesnar's tagged in at this point, and Angle starts to finally fight back against the Beast. But Lesnar quickly slams him and cheap shots Taker on the ropes. Out of nowhere, Kurt Angle just hits him with an angle slam quite soon after that.
Real quick before that, as when Lesnar gets back into the ring, he just grabs Kurt Angle's like, oh, I want to fisherman suplex you, and just lifts him up like a toddler. I don't know if you saw that. He just like grabs him by the head and leg and says, okay, now you're up. And you can tell Angle, like, as he's all bunched up, is like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dude, Lesnar is so fucking powerful. It's scary.
I was going to say, this is going to sound super horny, and I don't mean it that way. I would love to get fucking German suplexed by Lesnar.
We have you getting suplexed by Lesnar. We have BT getting his balls stomped on by Shaniqua. Like, what is this podcast anymore, man? This is so fucking weird.
The fuck boys. No, but like, you know what I mean? Though, I just want to see that dude's strength, like in person.
Yeah, dude. Like, wrestling Brock Lesnar is like the closest that you'll get to like wrestling an actual bear in the ring, where it's like, oh no, at any moment this thing can kill me. It just hasn't yet.
Dude, you know what? I remember when people were shitting on him, like part-time champ, blah blah blah. But every match this guy was in, it was a show. Like, it was a reason that it was that high up and high grossing and everything.
Yeah, dude. Remember when he went to, it was the Beast in the East when they did it from freaking Tokyo, and he just murdered, I think it was Big Show or Kofi Kingston, one of the two.
I think it was Kofi.
It was Kofi.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And it was just like, I waited fucking 3 hours for that pay-per-view just to watch that fucking shit match. So like, this is going to be fun. And it was a 3-minute squash, and it was great.
Oh yeah, man. Like, and I'll say more when we get into the rating, but Brock, man, like Brock, he had that aura. He had like must-see value.
100%. 100%.
Like a Brock match. Yeah, you have to see this because you know Brock's going to do some wild shit.
But after that, Angle finally gets the tag into Taker after hitting the Olympic Slam onto Brock Lesnar. Taker goes in there, starts cleaning house like he always does, just running corner clotheslines both to Cena and to Lesnar, all that kind of stuff. He then hits the snake eyes on Brock Lesnar. And then Lesnar's kind of standing next to the ropes, and Taker goes to clothesline him over. And Lesnar, again, I don't know what's going on with these two, but he just decides, I'm going to land on my head just like Angle did. And it was so bad that during all this comeback and the crowd's like, yeah, Lesnar falls directly on his head, like just didn't get over. And the whole crowd just, ooh, and like stopped. Like, it kind of killed the momentum for like a split second. It was very ugly. And again, it's one of those, I don't know what's going on, but him and Angle just couldn't get over that top rope for their respective spots. And the third time tonight, we see someone almost break their fucking neck.
Yeah, that
Dude,
was
that was
a scary moment, man. Like Brock almost landing on his landing on his head, and again could have broke his neck, as you said. It's like multiple times tonight. Talon's just doing these spots, and it sends chills, man.
I'm gonna say it happens a few times tonight.
Yeah, it happened a few times. This, in my opinion, not as bad as the Benoit one, but it's still up there for sure. Like, all three of them are really ugly to watch. Taker now goes after Cena, grabs him by the throat for the choke slam. Taz is screaming, "Goozle, Goozle!" And I don't understand why. It's like, we know what it is, Taz. Fucking chill.
It's just a vintage Taz line.
Yeah, chokeslam by Taker, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Lesnar breaks it up at 2.90. Like, super, super close. I thought it was over. I was like, oh, that's the finish. That's cool. It's a good ending. Nope, not quite yet. Lesnar gets in there, starts getting the upper hand on Taker. Hits a gigantic spine buster. Now everybody is out cold except for Kurt Angle on the corner. Taker gets the tag. Angle runs in, hits a belly-to-belly on Cena. Lesnar gets hit with 1, 2. And then he grabs Cena again, hits him with the 3 German suplexes. And then the straps come down, and now it's game time. Like, as we know, being wrestling fans, when the straps come down, shit's just got real.
Exactly.
It's time.
Yeah, for sure. And but The referee's kind of distracted trying to get everybody out of the ring, and Cena's able to get the chain. Again, Cena goes for the ankle. Angle goes for the ankle lock on John Cena. Lesnar breaks it up right away again, and he's like, "Oh, what the hell?" He turns around, and Cena just decks Kurt Angle with the chain, gets the 3 count. I couldn't believe they let John Cena get the win, like the actual pinfall out of these 4 guys. But it did make me laugh that Taker's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to lose to this guy." So Angle, get your ass in there for the final.
This is where I thought, like, this is why it was the perfect storytelling. You know, he was the guy that was shown to be the rookie or the not quite the veteran and not quite at their level, and then he ended up getting the pin.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it works, but it was just like surprising. I was like, oh, you're gonna let the guy who's going after, or I'm sorry, the world champion get the win, of course. No, it's the guy who's just in a match.
It was really cool, man. And like, dude, Cena 03, like, people would have been loving that because he was a fresh face then, you know.
They did. They were booing. They're like, oh, boo this guy, fuck you, because he cheated to win. But that's kind of what his gimmick was. It was just any underhanded tactic he can use.
Yeah, straight after the match, it didn't stop.
No.
Taker and Lesnar are brawling on the outside, and Lesnar sends Taker knees first into the steel steps, man. That looked kind of nasty as well. A lot of sick bumps throughout the night.
Yeah, dude. Taker doesn't know how to take the steps. Like, him and Mankind take the ugliest step bumps every single time.
Yeah, I feel like Mankind does it on purpose.
Yeah, that's the difference. Mankind's like, oh, I'm going to do this because it's going to look better. Taker just doesn't know how to not fuck his knees up doing that.
Yeah. Lesnar then clears off the announce table and looks to maybe put him F5 and tries to lift him up, but no, the goozle and the choke slam through the table ends the night off. Good show, man. Good show. As for the match.
Yeah, it ends. The show ends with a killer line from Michael Cole. Are you ready for this, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Undertaker showed Brock Lesnar no mercy tonight. Fuck you, Michael Cole. Get that bullshit out of here, you fucking little dork. Oh my God. I heard that and I was like,
little Cole
fucking
boy.
Boo this man. Get out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. It was not right. But look, man, I enjoyed that match. It was definitely nice to see. It's gonna sound weird. It was nice to see more Angle and Cena rather than like Taker in there. It felt really fresh.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we've seen Taker and Brock at this point for a while. So the fact that we got somebody like Cena and Angle in there to really carry everything, and then even a little bit of Angle and Brock looked fun as well. Like, that was fun to watch. But yeah, Cena and Angle were killing it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, Cena at this point wasn't 5 moves of doom Cena. Like, he was trying out new moves. He was trying different stuff, you know?
Yeah, overall, since we didn't give ratings yet, I'll go ahead and do mine. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Fun little SmackDown main event. Got like people excited for the pay-per-view matches and stuff like that. So it did what it needed to do, and I liked it.
I gave it a 7.8. I fucking love this, man.
Hell yeah.
I really did. And I'm going to say it again. First, all 4 of these men delivered. Kurt Angle, Cena, Undertaker, Brock, like, they all did real good shit in this match. And again, Brock Lesnar, man, early Brock Lesnar has an aura about him and has a certain presence. Like, he's just a beast. He's the next big thing. Here comes the pain. Like, he's so fucking good. And it's like every single move is like, whoa, holy shit, impact. Like, wow. And he just looks so good in there, and Cena, he's only been WWE for a year at the time, but he definitely proved that he could be that main event guy, and Undertaker was doing sinister things, and Kurt Angle obviously doing what he does best. I love this main, and what a great way to end the show. Once again, 7.8.
I was pretty much in the middle of you guys then, because I mean, you're probably closer to an 8. I gave it a straight up 7. I really liked it as well for the same sort of reasons. The post-match thing was really cool as well. You definitely thought, Taker's going through, and then, the goozle, the choke slam, and the shitty line by Cole. But yeah, man, I gave this 7. I didn't mind this at all.
Like you said, that's the show that is SmackDown 2003. Yeah. What you boys think of the entire show overall? Like, we'll start with Matt. I'll give mine. BT, since you picked it, you'll go last for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Look, man, I thought this was a pretty good show. As I said, I didn't rate the tag match that highly. I didn't rate the Benoit match quite as high as you guys did. I really liked the Vinnie Mac promo. I thought the stuff with Eddie and Big Show was funny, and it was really good to have that constant story throughout the show that they just kept going back and forth to. I liked the Tajiri match, really liked the main event. So overall, like, this show is pretty good. There wasn't too much I didn't like. The opener was awesome as well. Like, I put the opener on par with the main event. They were my two highest. Like, I really enjoyed that opener. So to be honest with you, I gave this one a 6.5. Sorry, 6.75. My bad. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. I rated it a little bit higher because this show was entertaining as hell. Like, it wasn't a rough watch.
Yeah.
Which is like my biggest thing anymore. It's like, okay, I got to put 2 hours of my time into this stupid show. It better not suck. This one did not. It was a lot of fun. It flowed nice. Like, this is one of those shows where it's like there was no lull points. Like, everything kind of made sense. Yeah. It got higher than it would go, like where it needed to go and everything. The matches all made sense, even though some of them I didn't like as much. The promos were all good. Like, there wasn't a bad promo at all on this show, in my opinion. I think everybody kind of killed it. So with that said, 8 out of 10, man. This shit was fun to watch. Very entertaining show. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
I gave the show a 7.5, man. Like, this was entertaining as all hell. Most of the matches delivered and told a good story. The opener was sick. Eddie and Matt Hardy went out there and killed it. Benoit and Charlie Haas, for what they did, they put on a good match, and yeah, A-Train doing the DQ, they told that story. I guess, you know, I was okay with that. The tag match was there. It did what it needed to do. Give Bashams a win. Shaniqua once again, step on me. The cruiserweight match was sick. Love Tajiri. Kidman was doing good stuff as well, and the stuff with Big Show and the Guerreros all night long, it was silly, but like, you know, that was fine for what it was. You know, I can't necessarily hate it. Big Show had diarrhea. Okay, he ate some bad burritos. Doesn't know how to eat a burrito, obviously, as Tom said.
Oh, dude, he really doesn't.
And that Vince and Steph promo was fucking holy shit, intense, great stuff, and you know, and then the main, as we just said, was great as well. So, as again, 7.5, man. This show was so entertaining. Can't hate it. I think I picked a good one, lads. That was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely did, man. Now, speaking of picking things, Max Hitmatt, you and your diarrhea. Who is the Gronk of the night?
Ooh,
look, man.
Yeah, here we go.
This one has a personal connection with me. Someone who I like, maybe not admire. Admire is a very strong word, but quite like within the business. But someone who affected me mentally. Someone who gave me PTSD. It's got to go to the A-Train, baby.
It's no surprise. Fuckboy Big Show. You can't eat a fucking burrito, bro. You can't just eat it normal. You got to sit there and throw them on the ground and then pick it up and bite it like a fucking corn on the cob. No, fuck this guy. I'm glad he got their diarrhea. He was just an idiot. I can't stand him.
That's fair, cool.
I'm with Tom. Giving it to the Big Show. He's Gronk of the night.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Again, he disrespected the Guerreros. Basically said he hated Mexicans to begin with. Okay,
straight up.
Big Show.
Yep.
And then he, you know, got the burritos, just eating them like an absolute grub. Oscar the Grouch looking grub cunt. And, you know, just his fat loogie, his spit all over that burrito. It's just disgusting, bro. We don't need to see that. It's just terrible. And you just... Honestly, if COVID was around, brother, you would be fucking done for, cunt. Back then. You'd be done. And then Big Show got karma. He got that karma right up his asshole. Diarrhea everywhere. And yeah, and Big Show got what was coming to him. So, you know, fuck you, Big Show. You made me sick to my stomach. You are a Gronk for tonight.
Let's go.
Nice. So we had 2 on Big Show, 1 on A-Train.
Man, so that was SmackDown, boys.
That was
What a-
SmackDown, boys.
What a good episode to do, and I think it's our time. We got Tom Puppet. He's gonna pick what we're gonna watch for the next episode of the GRONKCAST. Go ahead, Tom.
So I decided we're going to change things up a little bit. I know we've watched some WWE, we've watched OVW, TNA, even fucking, what was it? XPW or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
XPW. Yeah.
So I decided let's take it to a different type of organization, different wrestling company, so to speak. So we're going back to 2007 and watching the event known as Bloody Mania. Yes, boys, we were watching some Juggalo Championship Wrestling Bloody Mania 2007. I've never seen this show, so I have no idea what's going on. I don't even know the card. I just saw that. I just found it randomly. I was like, oh, this is what we're watching. So I'm going in completely blind.
Yes, Tom.
So I have no idea what to expect.
Well, I think it's that time. We're going to hit the outro, boys. And this is, once again, great episode. Can't wait for next week. This is going to be a different change of flavor. Changing flavors on the fly. This is going to be something. Yeah. I'm very keen. And should be fun. But obviously, if you're still around to this point, ladies and gents, we all love yous. And hope you enjoyed this episode of the GRONKCAST. And until next time, I'm PG Savage. This is Tom Puppet. This is MAXHITMATT. And we will see you on the next episode of the GRONKCAST.